Okay, this week we're looking at how to find missing angles in triangles. So the important thing to remember with this one is that all of the angles in a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. So, and I'll normally be given two angles in a triangle. So in this case, I've got 70 and a 50. And our missing one. So if we add together these two, we get 120. We know that altogether, all three have to add up to 180. So we know that A must equal 60 degrees. So sometimes you'll get something that looks like this. In this case, we know that we should be able to identify that we have an isosceles triangle because these two little lines mean that this side and this side are the same length, which makes an isosceles triangle, which should also tell us that these two bottom angles, the ones that are not in between these two lines, so not this one, these two will be the same. So you should be able to fill in that this one is also going to be 40 degrees. Then we do exactly as we did before. We add up the angles that we know. In this case, 40 add 40 is clearly 80. Then we know that all three have to add up to 180. So this top angle must be 100 degrees. So in this example, we've still got an isosceles triangle. Again, we can see that this side and this side are equal. So we know that this angle and this angle are going to be equal, but this time we've been given the other third angle. So if we think about it, if this one is 80 degrees, then these two down here will have to add up to 100, because 100 plus 80 is 180. So if they both add up to 100, and they're both equal, well then the size of one of those angles is just going to be half of that. So half of 100 is 50, so this one's going to be 50. And this one's going to be 50. And 50, 50, and 80 is 180. Sometimes you'll be given a triangle like this, where we're given an angle, got this little thing down here, and we need to work out this one, which I'll call A. Again, we should be able to realise that this tells us that this is a right angle in a right-angled triangle, and that's 90 degrees. So we do exactly the same as we did before when we just add together the angles we have, which gives us 132 degrees. Then we need to work out how much more we need to make 180. So we do 180, take away 132, and that's going to give us 48 degrees. We know that A is 48 degrees. Okay, last thing we might need then, sometimes we have to combine our previous knowledge on angles on a straight line and our angles in a triangle. So say, for example, I had a picture that looked like this. First thing I should be able to identify is that this straight line needs to add up to 180. So I should be able to work out that this bit, if this bit is 150, this bit's going to have to be 30 degrees. This time I notice these two lines tells me this is an isosceles triangle. So down here, this one must be 30. Inside my triangle I've got 30 and 30 is 60 degrees. So I'd need to add 120 to get my 180. So we have to combine those two parts.